A tagline cannot contain nuance. It has to be memorable. It has to be repeatable. And this is where we run into trouble. When you have a tagline that infers something, my question is, why don't you just say it plainly? I don't understand why people can't just say it. Our goal is to say it so simply that it sounds like you just wrote it on a napkin. It wasn't especially creative. It wasn't especially clever. It was effective. It's harder to do than it sounds, but you also become wealthy.
Hey, it's podcast producer Bobby Richards, and this summer, we're bringing back some of our best StoryBrand Podcast episodes because some of these lessons are too important to only hear one time. Today's replay is all about taglines. A great tagline can make your brand instantly easier to remember, while a weak tagline, it's going to make your business sound vague, confusing, and even forgettable. But in today's episode, you'll avoid that because you'll learn a simple formula for creating a tagline that actually helps customers understand what you do and why it matters. If you're ready, let's jump right in. You're listening to the StoryBrand Podcast, based on Donald Miller's best-selling book, Building a Story Brand. The StoryBrand framework is made up of 7 key elements, all of them anchored in one powerful idea. Your customer is the hero, and you are their guide. Each week on the podcast, you'll get exactly what you need to craft clear messaging that connects with more customers and grows your business. Now let's dive in with your hosts, Donald Miller and Kyle Reed.
Kyle, we're talking today about a few words that you can use to grow your business. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe magic is real, but I do have this weird idea, and I believe it, that you can actually come up with a few words that will make you enormous amounts of money if you just repeat them.
Yeah, I am a conspiracy theorist, but I also believe
I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah, you know, I'll own
Let's
it.
talk about the Denver airport.
Okay, let's go.
That episode, by the way, we get a lot more views
probably
than one about taglines.
There's a lot of horses in the Denver airport. And they don't,
There are a lot of horses.
But we're not here
you
to
do
talk
believe
about
that there's a tunnel that goes into the mountains, right? So
Sure. There's really not much I don't believe, you know. We can get into that at another time.
We'll do that at another time. We'll do the conspiracy theory episode.
But let's talk about the magic of a tagline.
Okay.
Right? Taglines are huge, but I think before we jump in too much, we've got some examples of taglines today.
So we're basically going to do kind of game show style. You're going to throw out taglines that I have not heard.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you my immediate response as though I'm a consumer, maybe seeing this on a billboard or something.
Yeah, or interacting with the brand or on
Gotcha.
signage or something like that. But I think it's important first, we need a baseline for people listening.
Yeah,
what's a tagline?
Well,
how would you define it?
A tagline is art.
Okay.
What I mean by that is, you know, the 5 sound bites that will grow your business: the problem soundbite, empathy soundbite, answer soundbite, change soundbite, and end result soundbite. Those sound bites are like chords on a guitar. Where you put them is art. So if somebody came to me and said, I've got a B flat chord, where do I put it in a song? I would say, I don't think you quite understand how songwriting works. So yes, you have sound bites that are kind of scientific.
Mm-hmm.
We've dialed those in. They work. Which one of those becomes your tagline, or whether it's one of those that becomes your tagline, is much more art than science.
Gotcha.
I will say there are rules. A tagline cannot contain nuance.
Okay.
It has to be easy to understand what it actually means. It has to be memorable, meaning I can remember it the next day. It has to be repeatable. So I need to be able to hear your tagline and say it to somebody else. I would consider those rules that if you break them, your tagline is not going to be very effective growing your brand, growing your business.
Yeah.
So there are some rules, but within those rules, you know, you can kind of decide what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Makes sense. Yeah. And I
Yes.
think that's a good starting point. And I think, you know, for all the visual learners out there who need to see it in action and hear you respond, we've kind of got that covered today. If you're listening to this, we'll read them, but also if you want to see it in action, go to our YouTube. We upload all of our episodes there too. So
we upload our episodes, and neither of us are wearing shirts.
That's right. And you can come confirm if that's true or not.
The sombrero is weird.
Or it could be a conspiracy theory.
That's right.
I don't know.
Could be a conspiracy
theory. Are you seeing this or not?
We have aluminum foil on our heads with no shirts. Subscribe.
Let's start. Yeah,
at
let's subscribe
StoryBrand.
today. Yeah, that's great. If that's the podcast you're interested in, we've got
That's
something
behind a paywall.
for you.
That
Yeah,
episode, those
man,
episodes.
we can make a lot of money doing
We
that.
couldn't actually.
Yeah, probably true.
Nobody would pay us anything.
Speak for yourself. Okay, let's jump into some generic ones. I've got them
All
up
right.
on the screen. So here's the first one. This is probably, you've heard these before. You've seen them in public. This is just a very generic one, but I'm going to read it really quick. Driving results, building brands. This is for a marketing firm.
All right. So this works because it says marketing firm under it. If it doesn't say marketing firm, it doesn't work.
Driving results, building brands. for
Driving
what?
results, building brands could be a logistics company,
Mhm.
right? Like I immediately go truck drivers.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
'Cause of
Driving
driving?
results,
Because of
building
driving?
brand. Aren't truck drivers driving results and building brands?
Yeah.
Literally?
Yeah, they're keeping brands going.
So my point is, if it doesn't say marketing firm, I don't know what this is.
Interesting.
Now, it says marketing firm, and if I already know it's a marketing firm, it works well.
Yeah.
It works decent.
Yeah.
But I would say marketing that drives results, branding that builds your business.
Yeah.
Like, in other words, just take some of the cognitive dissonance out of it.
Yes.
Right? Take some of the cognitive dissonance out of it. This is just, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being so elusive, I have no idea what you're talking about. I would say this is like a 4.
Okay.
And we really want to be in the 1 and 2 range.
Okay.
So I'm not going to give this an F. Like I would give it a D,
Yeah.
a D minus. I would say 90% of taglines, I would give an F. So the fact that this is a D minus is not,
Yeah.
is
A little bit of improvement.
yeah. Like
Okay.
they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're
Here's
a
another
marketing
one for
firm.
you. So this one is great prices, great people.
Great prices, great people is any store, period.
Yeah.
Except for like a luxury store.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? Like
Expensive prices.
Polo Purple label is
Not
not
very nice
great
people.
prices. Yeah, so great prices, great people. I would say the other thing is like, let's say that I need something at a hardware store. What's the last thing you bought at Ace Hardware?
Oh man.
Did you go to Brentwood?
Yeah. No. Out in Franklin, a pipe for my HVAC for the runoff.
All right. I would say that you probably did not wake up that morning and you go, you know what? I really want to save money and be around good people. My guess is you said, I need a pipe.
Yes.
And the pipe is the reason that you went.
Yes.
So I would actually say, if you need it to fix something, we have it.
Yeah. Something is. Yeah.
That's it. If you need it, we have it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a store, I can't remember the name of it. Somebody's going to leave a comment on YouTube, in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
When I went to D.C. to chase my wife, I was there for 8 months, and there was a hardware store. And everybody in Washington, D.C. would literally say they have everything. And you'd walk into this hardware store. It's like an Ace Hardware, but it wasn't Ace. I can't remember the name of it. And it was it was like a junk drawer. It was like a hoarder lived there. And I mean, I remember being at a baseball game, and the hardware store was burning down. Like you could see it at the Nationals ballpark. You could see the smoke, and that hardware store was in the process of burning down. I do not know whether they rebuilt it, but 50 times people said, "Oh my gosh, it's burning down." They have everything.
Yeah.
It was just, they have everything. Like that was just the known tagline of that store. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So great prices, great people does not answer the felt need or the problem that I have. The problem that I have is I need this thing. Do you think they have it?
Yeah.
And if they have everything is the answer to that question, right? Or if it's broken, we've got the part. Or if you need a tool, we've got that tool.
Yeah.
You know, something like that is much, much more tangible than great prices, great people.
Yeah.
I would say great prices, great people is an internal piece of communication to guide how we interact with customers.
Yeah. Yeah. More internal. I think a theme's emerging a little bit of the tagline solves
Does
the
not
problem.
answer nobody wakes up and says, I really want to buy something inexpensive from somebody who's really great today.
From a great person.
So why is this your tagline?
Yeah. Got it.
Nobody wants that.
So as we're reviewing these kind of generic taglines, what is like a quickly emerging universal principle for everybody listening right now?
Yeah. I mean, if you can make your tagline align it with the felt need of the customer. In other words, the tagline should speak to the solution that your customer needs. They've got a problem. They need a part. They need a tool. They need whatever. And so if your tagline was such and such hardware, if you need it, we've got it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not comfortable saying that, if you need it, we almost certainly have it.
Yeah.
You know, almost certainly is kind of nice in there.
Yeah.
So, but if you need it, we've got it.
Yeah.
Means that do I go to Home Depot or do I go to Ace? Ace is a lot smaller. You know what? If you need it, they've got it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and so I go, and I think that's better than great prices, great people.
Well, and as we read these generic ones, you know, that might sting a little bit to hear this because certainly either heard these or maybe you have one like that.
You probably have one.
Yeah. And so it's a good kind of check for yourself.
But what a great thing, though, because I'm giving you money right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if you change that tagline, you're going to see sales increase because your answer. If I say great prices, great people for my cafe.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that would work for my cafe, right? So now that's another problem. This could be a hardware store. It could be,
it could be anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
But if I say best cheeseburger in town, which is going to grow the business faster? Best cheeseburger in town or great prices, great people?
Cheeseburger.
Best cheeseburger in town. You're going to have a line out the door.
Absolutely.
So, we just got to think like your customer.
Yeah, it's good. Here's one kind of more of a generic one for a local vet clinic. We treat your pets like family.
I actually don't mind this.
Okay.
I think it could be a kennel. It could be a doggy daycare place. But I actually don't have a problem with this. And the reason that I think this works is because it's an empathetic statement which positions you as the guide. Mm. So we all know that the customer is the hero of the story. We are the guide. Mm-hmm. There are two ways to position yourself as a guide: an empathetic statement and a statement that explains your competency.
Yeah.
So for me to say we treat your pet like family means I'm worried about who hasn't dropped their dog off at the vet and wondered whether they're just going to shove them in the cage in the back.
Yeah.
And they're going to sit there hearing other dogs scream for 3 hours before they get their tooth pulled or whatever it is. So I think I would say this is a B.
Yeah.
And that's a very high rating for me. I don't hardly ever give A's. That's a B.
I'm going to skip to this one. This one is quality you can trust.
Terrible.
Yeah. And this one, I think you've seen this one all over the place.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. Pizza.
Right?
Probably not Pizza Hut, but
probably
pizza.
not Pizza Hut. Quality you can trust is anything.
Yeah.
Anything. And in your tagline doesn't need to be anything, right? So this is a home builder. I know that because you've put this on the screen. Yeah. Quality you can trust. A home built the old-fashioned way. A home built right. Mm-hmm. A home that you'll be proud of.
Yeah.
A home builder. A home builder that over-delivers on excellence.
Yeah.
In anything.
Well, could they even change out quality for like a home you can trust? I mean, is there something?
A home you can trust is, I would just rather you speak to the idea. What I'm wondering is this cheap house.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. If you're going to build my house, are you cutting corners?
Yeah.
So we don't a home built right the first time.
Yeah.
Or a home that will last 500 years.
Yeah, and again, it's going back to
a home that will last 500 years is a heck of a promise.
Yeah, that's a great promise.
Right?
But it's so true, like that. It's going back to that internal struggle the customer is having. When you make them the hero, you answer that question for them.
Yeah, and let's look at this. Quality you can trust. So if I'm having a conversation with this CEO, I'm saying, what do you mean by that? Mm-hmm. And they're saying, well, we build our homes, like we over-deliver, like we overbuild everything. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, now we're getting closer.
Yes.
What does the client get out of that? Honestly, Don, they get a home that'll last, we really believe the houses that we build will last 150 years. There it is.
There's your tagline.
Yeah, so usually when I say, okay, quality you can trust, and then I'll say, what are you trying to say? And then they'll say it.
Yeah, it's almost like for anyone working on a tagline, you have to go layers deeper. It feels like most people stop kind of at the top line of like, oh yeah, quality you can trust, but it's asking those questions to get to the bottom of a house that you can trust for 200 years.
Yeah, and you want to be specific about what the customer is getting.
Yeah,
and this quality you can trust. First of all, it just sounds like a giant cliche. Mm-hmm. It goes in one ear and out the other, and it's not an offer. I don't understand what this actually means. Here's the thing though, it sounds like it means something, but if I said, what does this mean to the actual end user, they're going, I actually don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I guess like a better roof. I don't,
yeah.
You're making them think. When you've wasted words, those words should be used to make an offer. The little Fisher Price hook that you probably bought for your daughters, like the fishing rod with the plastic big hook on it.
Yeah.
Did they ever catch a fish with that thing?
No,
because it's not a real hook. It doesn't have like any sharp hook. Yeah. That's this.
Yeah.
That's a Fisher Price hook. Yeah. Your customer is a fish and they're safe.
Yeah.
Your customer is safe because they're never going to bite them.
Yeah. You're fishing, but you're not fishing.
You're pretending to fish.
Yeah. That's good. All right. So those are kind of some more generic taglines. I want to get into some more recognizable one. People have probably heard of this one. Yeah. So here's the first one. We could look at. This one is founded by firemen. Now, some people might recognize that one from Firehouse Subs. What do you think about that?
Well, there's things that I like about it. I'm giving it a D-.
Okay.
So it's not an F.
Yep.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I would say that this doesn't tell me why that is a superior sandwich. It's founded by firemen. What it does do, it's a differentiator that's kind of interesting. People trust firemen.
Yeah.
They trust the intentions of firemen. They weirdly trust like firemen to want to eat well or eat hearty or whatever. So that's why I give it a D.
Interesting.
But you're making me translate that.
Yeah. Are they making themselves the hero too in the tagline?
No, I don't think they're making themselves the hero. Because it's still a sandwich for you. It may speak, in fact, to their competency. A lot of people think that to play the guide means you can never talk about yourself. That's not true. What you need to do is talk about yourself only in one category, why you care so much about solving this problem.
Got it. Yep.
Right? So you might say, founded by firemen, they like to eat well, or something like that. Founded by firemen who were tired of eating bad sandwiches says that this is a good sandwich.
Good sandwich.
The key here is the brain, in order to figure something out, has to burn calories.
Mm-hmm.
So founded by firemen doesn't really make me burn any calories, but it also doesn't say clearly why this is a better sandwich.
Yeah.
But if there was a story about firemen who got tired of eating bad sandwiches, you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And they made a better one.
Yep.
Now there's a reason this sandwich is better. And by the way, in order to find out the sandwich is better, I got to go buy it.
Taste it. Yeah. And if
so I would just add
yeah,
who were tired of eating bad sandwiches.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, here's another one. Founded in Texas, famous worldwide. A burger I've never tried. What a burger.
You should try it.
Yeah, I should. I know.
They've
I've never tried it.
They've moved to Nashville.
They have. I know.
Get the double Whataburger with cheese and bacon. Hold the mustard. Add mayo with onion rings and honey mustard dipping sauce.
Okay.
That's my order.
That's it?
Yep. Well, I don't do this anymore, but their milkshakes are exceptional.
Wow.
They were exceptional when I would eat them.
That's a tagline right there. Our milkshakes are exceptional. Yeah.
When Don would eat them.
Yeah, Don would eat them.
Whataburger's a heck of a burger.
Yeah.
It's a really, really great burger. Founded in Texas, that's going to draw in expats who are living in other states.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be really strong in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
It's different. Texas is different than Tennessee.
Yeah.
I always say Tennessee is just Texas with humility.
And a little smaller. Yeah.
It really is. It's the same, except people in Texas are as arrogant as they can possibly be. And I say that
Someone who's
as
from
a Texan.
Texas,
Yeah. So they love anything Texas. That is strong, but for a weird reason that won't work for almost anybody else. I would say famous worldwide speaks to the competency of them, but I think they just do better if they say the best burger in Texas. I would say the best burger in Texas now available in Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're in Tennessee, you just now available in California, now available in Nevada, whatever. But I like founded in Texas doesn't tell me it's a great burger. Famous worldwide doesn't tell me it's a great burger. It infers it.
Mm.
And this is where we run into trouble. When you have a tagline that infers something, my question is, why don't you just say it plainly?
Yeah.
Why are you being passive aggressive?
Yep.
So I would say the best burger in Texas, now available in Tennessee,
Perfect.
is what I would change that to.
If you've ever struggled to explain what your business does, or you felt like your marketing should be converting better, then join us for StoryBrand Your Business Live. It's a 2-day workshop here in Nashville. It's happening September 1st through 2nd, where Donald Miller himself will teach you how to build clear messaging that works. And at the event, you'll also get direct feedback from StoryBrand certified guides, so your message finally connects with customers. All of this year's workshops have sold out, so don't miss your chance. Register for the StoryBrand Your Business live event happening September 1st through 2nd at storybrand.com/live.
Now, here's one I think a lot of people have heard, and I'm really curious to see what you think about this one. We'll leave the light on for you, Motel 6.
Well, you got to leave the light on because the the little critters who are sleeping in that bed. You got to see the critters.
So maybe they should leave the light off.
Yeah, how else are you going to see the raccoon?
Yeah, exactly.
It's living under the sink.
This one to me is clever.
Let me tell you, it is clever. Let me tell you why it works. It works because everybody knows what Motel 6 is.
Yeah.
If you have an Airbnb and we'll leave the light on for you as your tagline, you're going to fail.
Okay.
But because we all know what Motel 6 is, this works. And so the problem is when you have a small Airbnb kind of brand or a breakfast in bed in Virginia, and you're a one-off, and you use a tagline like this, you fail.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a second, Motel 6 uses it. That's because we know what Motel 6 is. Yeah. You could say have a Coke and a smile because you know what a Coke is.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what a Coke is, you have to say the best tasting soft drink the best soft drink you've ever tried.
Yeah.
Because you have to say it's a soft drink. But because this is a $1 billion brand, and I would imagine Motel 6 is close to that, probably in terms of property value it is. So they can get away with this.
Yeah.
It speaks to we care about you. Mm-hmm. It speaks to we're practicing hospitality. So I would actually give this a C- because we know what Motel 6 is. And if we don't know what Motel 6 is, this is beyond an F.
Yeah, exactly. Because then my brain immediately goes, leave the light on? Does that mean it's on all night? Like what,
you can't turn it off, the switch doesn't work.
I'm burning calories right away, just trying to figure out, and I'm just going to move on to something else.
Yeah, so it works, but it won't work for you.
Let me put two taglines together that are both major superstore brands, and let's put them together.
Different stores?
Yeah, let's see which one you think works better.
Okay,
so the first one is save money, live better, and we're going to stack that up against expect more, pay less.
Okay, expect more, pay less is stronger than save money, live better.
Okay.
Save money is extremely strong.
Okay.
More strong than pay less or expect more. So save money is stronger. Live better, though, is weak. Because it could be Gatorade, it could be Red Bull, it could be a senior living center, it could be a housing association, it could be a doctor's office. I don't like it when it can be anything.
Yeah.
Right? Save money, find what you need.
Yeah,
that's stronger.
That's stronger.
Yes. Expect more is a little bit elusive, but it's not as elusive as live better. And pay less is slightly less clear than save money. Save money is more clear than pay less.
Yeah.
So we've got two mediocre lines, expect more and pay less, with one extremely strong line in save money and one extremely bad line, live better. So that's how I would sort of deduce this.
Do you know what
save money, live better, I believe, is Walmart.
Yeah, that's right. So Walmart save, and then Target is expect more, pay less.
Yeah. Because it's Walmart and Target, you can kind of get away with this a little bit more. But find everything you need, period, save money.
Yeah.
Find what you need fast, period, save money. Find what you need, period, save money, period, is better than live better.
But I think there's a lot of brick and mortar stores that could start, maybe they're a clothing boutique and they're an affordable one and they could lead with save money, live better. Again, it's too generic with you don't have a brand like Walmart around them.
Right. Yeah. If you had a boutique clothing store, you might say, we'll make you love your closet, or you're going to love your closet. That's a tangible thing that I can get my head around.
That's right.
Like, who doesn't want to walk into your closet and love your closet?
It also puts something in like, I actually don't love my closet. I would like to love my closet. Let me go buy with you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so here...
Don't like your wardrobe, ?
Yeah.
You'll love your closet.
Yeah.
You'll love we'll make sure you love your closet.
Yep,
whatever.
That's good.
Just something that like doesn't take any calories. Again, the bigger the brand and the more times I've been to Target or been to Walmart, the more elusive I can be.
Mm-hmm.
But if I am a small business and everybody in that city has not been to my store and knows what it is, I cannot do that.
Yes.
I've got to be clear.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's an important pause point for people to realize that, if you're not a massive brand, you cannot burn calories based on the brand.
You cannot ask people to burn calories.
Which most people start with that kind of the brand so personal to them that they think they understand it, and so they're expecting the customer to understand it, and they're burning calories right away. Don, here's a tagline where the company name is actually in the tagline
that's
itself.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So save big money at Menards.
Love it.
Why?
Because if I go to Menards, I'm going to save money. That's it.
That's it. It just says it right there.
This is StoryBrand. This is a StoryBrand messaging soundbite. It's a perfect example of it. This is an A.
Yeah. Wow.
Might even be an A+.
Wow.
And what I love about Menards, it's a big, giant money-making chain up north, right? Like, is it Canadian or is it?
No, is it?
It's. I've seen it up north.
Okay.
Midwest. That's kind of north.
Yeah, close enough.
Bobby says Midwest.
Close enough. It's cold up there.
We're in Tennessee.
Sometimes.
That means north.
Yeah, that is north. It's north of us.
Yeah. So save big money at Menards is fantastic.
Yeah.
And kudos to them for not getting clever.
Yeah.
For being clear.
Yep.
And I'm sure they're being richly rewarded for that.
Yeah. Okay, Don, I got 3 more for you. So here's another one for you that most people have heard. Live life comfortably.
All right. Well, I see it's Lazy Boy.
Yeah.
So I know what a Lazy Boy chair is. So live life comfortably, I give a D.
Okay.
And I give it a D because only if I know that it's Lazy Boy.
Yeah.
If I don't know it's Lazy Boy, again, this is a senior living center, right?
For sure. That's right.
This could be like a medicine for rheumatoid arthritis. This could be a pill that you take that gives you fiber.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
Live life comfortably.
It's almost like when you say
anything.
something like this, you're letting the customer make up what comfortable is without calling it out.
They can make up what the product is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A beautiful, comfortable chair. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
What's wrong with a beautiful, comfortable chair? Why do you have to get cute?
Yeah.
Right? The most comfortable chair ever made. That's a subjective statement.
Yes.
But stake claim to it. That's their goal. Their goal is literally to make the most comfortable chair ever made. And then you could just say, and beautiful too.
Yeah, and it goes back to then what do you want to do? I want to go see if that's the best.
You open a story loop and I've got to sit down in a Lazy Boy chair to find out if it's the most comfortable chair ever made.
Okay, here's another one. Get in, get out, get on with your life. Jiffy Lube.
I would say that is a girl breaking up with you.
Get on with your life.
If I had a nickel every time a woman told me this in my 20s, I'd be a wealthy
kind of
man.
Tag. Yeah, that's good. So this is personal. Okay.
I would just say, get your oil changed, get on with your life. Like, why? I don't understand why people can't just say it.
Yeah. Get your oil changed.
I do not get your oil changed, get on with your life.
It's almost like, these marketing consultants come in and they're like, hey, we've got to justify the price we paid with some cleverness.
That is Kyle.
Yeah.
You said it, not me. You said it, not me.
Yeah.
They're charging $1 million for this tagline and this brand overhaul. They're charging $1 million. You literally think they're going to come back and say, here's what we think you should say. Yeah. Get your oil changed.
Yes. Well, but also.
But you know what? Get your oil changed is going to make you a lot more money. And that's the difference between like a StoryBrand guide. Yes. By the way, you can hire one at marketingmadesimple.com. We drill this into them. Yep. I just trained a bunch of guides the other day. And I felt like I was a horrible human being because I kept saying, why are you saying it this way? Stop it. That's what other marketers do. We say it clearly. Get your oil changed, get on with your life. Yep. And they hear me and they go, are you being serious? Like, we can actually just make it this simple? Yes. That's what makes our businesses money.
But you've proven it. I go back to your story about the kids love aquariums.
Yes.
You sat in a room, you were paid nice to go in there to do that.
By very, very intelligent people.
Yes.
And they're very expensive. And I said, just put kids love aquariums on the aquariums. And they were like, well, that's really simple. I'm like, yeah. You know what they saw is a 99% increase in sales in the test market when they ran Kids Love Aquariums. Why? Because a parent walks into a store going, I gotta get something my kid loves. Kids Love Aquarium. Okay, get that.
Easy. Yep.
Yeah, if you put Kids Love, you stamp like Kids Love Puppies on the puppies, you'd sell a lot more puppies.
Yeah, that's true. Gosh.
But we're going to do that with fish.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true. And it's you're showing it out in the marketplace and teaching people to do that, which is the difference between kind of someone who does marketing and a StoryBrand guide. That's right. Who helps you say it clearly, which is our goal here in helping our guides.
Our goal is to say it so simply that it sounds like you just wrote it on a napkin.
That's right. But what's amazing
is it wasn't especially creative. It wasn't especially clever. It was effective.
Yes, and when you do that, you actually reversely become the genius in the room because you help them say it clearly.
You become the genius because it's very, very hard. It's harder to do than it sounds.
Yes.
But you also become wealthy.
Yeah. Which I think is
You're a small business owner.
Yeah.
You need the money. I'm telling you, your payroll's coming up.
Okay, one more. So here's one from people who have to be probably over the age of 30 need to understand this one because this company I don't think exists anymore, but this is the last one. Connecting people, Nokia.
I love how you have the dates, 1992, 2000. I like that. Like rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I think Nokia still exists. Did they make they made cameras, right? Were they cameras or were they printers?
Cell phones.
Nokia makes cell phones.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cell phones.
Yeah.
So connecting people. Sounds like
it's a dating app.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a dating app. It's a bar.
Sounds like a church to me.
A church.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Connecting people.
That's a church that I ain't going to.
Which again, one of the things it feels like if the name of your company is not present next to your tagline, can the tagline stand alone for what you do? Because then once you hear Nokia, then you go, okay, yeah, it's a cell phone company. Okay, I get it.
But can't you just say a better phone?
Yes. Yeah.
Like if you just said a better phone, the 2009 would not be there.
Yeah.
They would still be alive.
Yep.
If they committed to making a better phone.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
If you just said our phone is better than yours, that's a great tagline.
Yeah.
That's a really great tagline. I had a woman come up to me. I spoke at an event Saturday. She owns a winery.
Okay.
And she said, I'm looking for a tagline for my winery. And she said, I've been talking to my customers, asking them, why do you buy my wine? And she said, Don, you know what they say? I said, what? She goes, it tastes good. I said, really? It tastes good? She goes, should I actually do that? Should I say it tastes good? And I said, look, you're going to lose wine snobs.
Yeah. They're
not gonna buy from you. So how much is your wine? And if for anybody listening, if her wine is under like $35 a bottle, run with it tastes good.
Yeah.
You got to run with it because no wine snob is buying your wine anyway. No. But a woman out there who wants to play mahjong with her girlfriends and get a little tipsy.
Yeah.
Is going to buy your wine.
I'm standing in Publix. I'm looking at all the labels, and I read a wine that tastes good. Boom, sold.
Yeah, whatever wine, and then it tastes good in quotes is kind of like almost startling because it's so different in that space. Yeah. She said she's going to ship it. She's going to get back to me. But
so quick question on that: would she put a wine that tastes good in her tagline?
I would actually just put it tastes good.
It tastes good.
Now listen, that is a low dollar tagline for wine.
Okay.
But you know, she could easily write the 5 sound bites. Mm-hmm. She could say, problem, you like wine, but every other bottle tastes terrible. You know, the empathy would be, we know how it feels to not be able to figure out which wine tastes good and which wine doesn't. Mm-hmm. Our wine tastes good. It's the 3rd soundbite.
Yep.
Right? And change. When you buy our wine, you're going to love every bottle. And then never buy a bad bottle of wine. Never buy a bottle of wine that doesn't taste good again is the 5th soundbite.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. I literally just wrote the first 5 steps that get you to the front porch. Go back and listen to the previous episode where we talk about the 5 soundbites.
Yes.
Based on that controlling idea and that tagline.
Boy, I hope she's listening. Because that was pretty good right there.
And listen, you know, you never know until you ship something.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time believing that a tagline for a wine, it tastes good, is not going to work.
It's not going to work. Exactly.
And by work, I mean get made fun of, get ridiculed, get poo-pooed in Wine Spectator magazine, and make you a truckload of money.
Yeah, that's right. Because the wine snobs are very few and far between. There's a lot of people walking through the
Who cares about them?
Exactly. Well, Don, this has been, you know, we've gone through several different taglines today. You've broken it down. Kind of wrap it up for everybody just listening as they think about taglines. What needs to be present in the
tagline? Yeah, here's the controlling idea. A tagline needs to be an offer.
Mm.
It needs to be a clear and understandable offer. And if you run an Airbnb or you run a bed and breakfast somewhere in Vermont and you're saying, we'll leave the light on for you, I can't figure out what you're offering. Apparently you're offering to leave a light on, but I don't know what you are.
Yeah.
So it works if you're a big brand and you're already familiar and you can afford $1 billion advertising campaign to say, we'll leave the light on for you. But no, your offer needs to be really clarify your message so customers engage is our tagline.
Yep.
Clarify your message so customers engage. That's an offer. If you clarify your message using our framework, customers will engage, which means the other thing is the offer, if you can do it, the offer needs to really be an offer to help you survive. Not just help you buy a product, help you actually, every offer needs to be for a survival asset of some sort.
Okay.
So save money, make money, look better, feel better, get better sleep, associate with a tribe, gain more status, save time, reduce anxiety. These are all offers that help you in some way survive. So I need to be able to connect. If you're looking for it, we've got it as a tagline for a hardware store. What that's doing is it's solving my problem fast. They're going to have it.
Yeah.
And I don't have to run around town wasting my time, survival liability.
Big.
And I can get that tool and get my job done, survival asset. I can do that translation into how this is a survival asset very, very quickly. You do not want anybody trying to figure out what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's the controlling idea.
That's good. And the great thing is, what I love about this podcast is, we're helping you clarify your message, but we also have some tools available for you to do that.
I love that about this podcast too.
Do you want to talk about a couple of those tools that people can use to help them with their tagline?
Let me run through them. If you go to StoryBrand.com, you can use StoryBrand.ai. It will communicate clearly. It won't be elusive. Those sorts of things. That's at StoryBrand.ai. If you want an actual StoryBrand messaging strategy, if you want your 5 sound bites, and you want them shipped in marketing collateral by a strategist who's been trained by me, you want to hire a StoryBrand certified guide, they're at marketingmadesimple.com.
Thanks for listening to the StoryBrand Podcast. No matter where you are in your marketing and messaging journey, get the tools, the training, and the support you need to start clarifying that message at StoryBrand.com. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and then leave a comment letting us know what resonated with you and what we can unpack to help your business grow in a future episode. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next week.